So I'm with Anne-Marie from a company called Abicare, and Abicare are based in Salisbury, and they are a provider of care. Anne-Marie, welcome to Swindon 105.5.
Thank you very much, Mike. Abicare was born out of, actually, I started a care home many moons ago now, and that got sold. And I loved what I did in the care home. I had 85 grandmas, really. It was the most fun I've ever had. And then I wanted to stay in care, but I didn't have the capital to set up a care home or anything. So I set up a domiciliary care business, which was Abicare. And I just wanted to do it well. I wanted to be the best and have the best quality with the happiest carers. And here I am. So we grew a lot, actually. We went from zero to hero. We went from no hours a week to nearly 15,000 and 12 offices, and we were countrywide. And I stopped because I just thought she's a hiding to nothing because we weren't doing it as well as we were when we started. It was about numbers more than people potentially. And I'd had a couple of managers leave, which meant that I had three offices without managers. And we were trying to cover all of them. And with managers, when they go, some of their team goes naturally because that's where the loyalty lies. And it made me just think that this wasn't what I signed up for. I signed up to do the best and to be the best and all of those good things, and to keep that infrastructure and that resonance about quality and value and loving what you do.
Okay.
I needed to change things. We did a lot of our work with local authorities, but because of that, through COVID, I then became one of the major suppliers to the NHS. And we were constantly thinking of new solutions to help the NHS keep capacity in the community and keep people out of hospital. So we had 4 very, very, very busy years where we had over 200 carers doing live in a variety of guises to help the NHS keep people out of hospital and keep sustainable capacity out in the community.
So, may I ask a leading question? Is that where Carematch came into being?
What I thought was actually we need to pay carers more because the legislative requirements around traditional domiciliary care, which is what Abicare is, mean that, I don't know, 40-50% of your cost has to go to managing paying for your overheads. And that's madness. I just think the money should go to the carer. So I set up a new business called Carematch, and we've developed a platform and associated apps which enable the carer and the care receiver to find their match, to contract, to deliver a care plan, to manage a rota, and to get paid and invoiced at the point of delivery. And the point of that is it's stripped out all the overheads, which means that actually most of the money goes to the majority of the money goes to the carer. So it's a very different offering, but the carer owns the relationship with the care receiver. It's not a managed service at all, which is what Abicare is. And both sit very, very well together because you have some people that need that managed service and you have some carers that need that managed service. And also, carers that are coming into care for the first time, it's good to go through a managed service because you'll get training. So it's a good training bed for carers, but the older, seasoned carers or people that have done it a long time, they could perhaps manage the care package. Well, we've proven it. We've got communities of carers managing their clients on their own.
And does it still allow you to operate in any way nationally, or are you very much now regionally focused?
Well, we're brand new in Carematch,
Right.
so we've spent a long time building the platform and the apps. We've got communities in Essex, Berkshire, and Monmouthshire, and Bristol, and a little bit in Wiltshire. But it absolutely depends on hyperlocal communities of carers that deliver to the vulnerable in their community. So it's sort of for the community, by the community, in the community, which is lovely and very, very happy place.
And of course, it can mushroom based on those communities becoming available. And I guess that is potentially one of the reasons why I met Anne-Marie at the Southwest Business and Community Awards recently, where she won the Lifetime Achievement Award for her company. Don't think you were expecting to win the evening I spoke to you when you'd received the award. So how does it feel to be recognised in that way?
You're so right. I absolutely did not expect that at all. There are so many people out there that do so much more than me. And I just don't feel I've achieved it yet. There's so much more to do. The culture in care has to change. It needs to be fixed, social care in certainly in the UK. And I see a world where dom care providers sit along something like Carematch, where you've got this lovely cohort of people that just want to help the vulnerable in their community. In COVID, 1 million people came to the fore to help as volunteers, and our industry is 160,000 light. So 16% of those volunteers, if I can pay them through Carematch and use that value piece that they really want to make a difference in their community, that means we've partly solved the crisis. Actually, that's a challenge across the world.
Mm.
Communities or families have become more and more dispersed. So we do rely on community, which is again part of our ethos for starting Carematch. Was about I have 8 elderly where I live around me, and I can very easily drop in on them and look after them, and their families live far away, and it doesn't cost me anything. It's really easy to do, and they're lovely people, and it's great fun.
Anne-Marie, thank you for coming on Swindon 105.5. It's been lovely to talk to you, and long may your success continue.
Thank you very much, Mike, and thanks for having me.